Hey, everybody, welcome to the MURCA Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open conversation between me and my viewers, and you can talk amongst yourselves over in the live chat if you want. You can ignore me completely, but if you don't want to ignore me, you can turn the sound off if you want. Just talk amongst yourselves. But if you want to listen to me or talk to me, more importantly, that's what I'm here for. So I'm accessible. You can ask me questions. You can suggest topics. You can call me out if you disagree with me on something. Whether it's something minor, something major, let me know. I never get upset with someone for sharing their opinion with me, especially if they disagree with me, because I actually like the challenge. So feel free, let me know if you disagree with me on anything. Don't be shy about it. You can even come in the chat. We'll do a little spank the yank segment if you want. You can educate me live on the air. I always like to start off tonight by reading orders we received for merchandise. It's been slow the last few days. We haven't really sold much, but we did sell one thing today. Christopher Gleason bought him a Knights of Pew shirt. That's the Monty Python, you know, the knights who say pew, pew, pew is this one. So it's a ripoff of Monty Python, but screw him. Come and get me. So thanks to him, thanks to Christopher Gleason for purchasing. We also did get one new patron. We lost one, but we got one right back to replace him. Although I was upset on Subscribestar because we lost Galactus. I didn't even know Galactus was supporting my channel. The Eater of Worlds was supporting my channel, the Devourer of Worlds. But we got Ryan Sal Savage. Is that a real last name, Sal Savage? That's like breed love. But Ryan Sal Savage, not Ryan, just Ryan Sal Savage became a paying member over there. So I want to welcome him. And with that, let's see if we got any questions or comments coming in yet. I didn't pour my soda off camera. Now I'm going to pour it. I'll pour it while I'm doing a little spiel. If you want to become a supporter of the channel, a member of the channel even, go on TYMPpistolproject.com. You can do everything from there. You can join Subscribestar if you want to support TYMPP. You can join Patreon if you want to support Pets and Vets. You can buy merchandise like Guns Don't Kill People, especially not 9mm guns. You can buy those. Any one of my designs over on my website, there's a link you can get to my Shopify page at TYMPpistolproject.com. You can buy the I love guns and animals, but people piss me off. All kinds of designs over there, something for everyone. Go buy something. All supports TYMPP. You can do that from TYMPpistolproject.com. Also, you can sign up over there to be a recipient of TYMPP if you find yourself in need. And if you were one of our last recipients, you should have your tracking now. I do believe everything has already shipped and should be on its way to you if it's not there already. I think they all shipped on Monday or Tuesday. So, feel free to get on over there and check, see if you got your tracking number. Check your trash. Let me finish pouring my drink here. Boom. All right. And remember, if you can't come to live chats personally, but you still want to be interested in things like our Silver Bullet giveaway or our double super secret rock giveaway to stop the Heasley monster from winning. You can't do super chats if you're not here live. So come live. But if you're watching this video later, you can do super thanks and they count the same. So if you want to be entered into the drawings, maybe win a vampire and help out with the Pets and Vets program, you can always do a super thanks. Now, YouTube does seem to be doing better about giving me most of those though. Because I only think I get like 1 or 2 a day, maybe. It's like 1 or 2 every 3 or 4 days. And they don't think they can take them as easily. On the ones in our regular chats, they steal at least half of them. And ain't nothing you can do about it. At least ain't nothing I can do about it. I don't know about you, but ain't nothing I can do about it. I tried. I called 2 different attorney generals and said, hey, they're taking money that people are paying, intending it for me, and through false pretenses, taking it, saying it doesn't meet quality community standards. Even when we did a test where we did like 14 chats and every one of them just said, I love puppies or something like, was it kitties or puppies? But it was like, I love puppies. Same wordage, same everything. Half of them disappeared the next day. And YouTube said they were inappropriate, even though they all said the exact same thing. So they're just stealing a certain percentage every day and saying, screw you. And I contacted 2 different attorney generals, Washington and Oregon, and they both said they are too protected by the federal government. There's nothing you can do about it. Even talk to a lawyer, they said the same thing. All right. They think, why you don't see class action suits against YouTube and stuff every day? Because they're too protected by the federal government. You won't win. No lawyer wants to waste their time or their money. All right. Let's see here. Where was I at? Did I start reading the questions? I don't think I did. I think I got distracted. All right, let's go over here and get started. We got John Heasley weighing in, and he said, if my page ever loads here, to try and get at least 50% and make you mad when I win. He is going to make me mad if he wins. He's won 2 guns in the past. What is it, like month? You won like 2 guns in 2 months or something like that? That's pissing me off. He's greedy. He's a greedy little bitch. Michael Dial said, because of Paul needs a hand, I guess one more chance won't hurt, even though the Heasley monster's got a coin flip or better chance of winning. He does. He does have a coin. I should, before I even do a number, I should just flip a coin. And if it's heads, he wins. If it's tails, I choose somebody else from the list. It'd be about the same odds. It wouldn't change the odds much. That's why everybody needs to get an entry, just to say fuck him. $10 to help save animals' lives isn't going to kill nobody. Well, some people can't afford it, but I mean, most of you can. I just read that one. That was Michael Dial, Mikey D. Jason Thompson paid his $2 tithe to Phil. And remember, pay your tithe to Phil. So many of you bastards are not paying your Phil tithe. You take in my videos, my live chats, everything you enjoy, all this awesome, top-notch entertainment. And all he asks is you pay your tithe to help save animals, and then you don't do it. You're pissing him off. If he notices you're going to get it somehow, I don't know what he's going to do, but he'll do something. Another one from Florida where these cops need gin pop with Bubba. I'm not reading that. Don't worry, everybody. Bleeds on the... Oh, no. Let's not read that. He's got a filthy mouth. Filthy mouth. That was... Who was that? That was Jason Thompson, wasn't it? Yes, that was Officer Tater Hater. Then John Heasley chimed in again. I love my Kimber 1911s. They all run great. Kimber makes good guns. Even John Heasley ain't wrong about that. Kimber makes great guns. A lot of people like to say they don't, but they do. They make great guns. Jeffrey Vaughn also paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, what are your thoughts on the Smith & Wesson Model 41? I can't even get to my thing here because something just popped in. Hold on. Caden has bothered me. I guess I know. You already told me. All right, let me get back to the... Can I even see the question? There it is. What are your thoughts on the Smith & Wesson Model 41? Well, not many, because I don't know. Oh, that's the 22, right? Isn't it a 22? The little slab side 22? If so, those are very cool. They're a whole lot of gun for a 22. But I guess if you want to have a 22, they're not a bad one to have. I don't know what their prices are like or anything. So I can't really say, for the money or anything, because I don't know the price. But they're kind of a cool, kind of old school 22. So that's about my extent of my knowledge on them. I wish it was more. I don't know how much they are. Let's look how much they are. There they are. They look pretty cool. Yes, it is a 22. That thing weighs like 3 pounds. Look, it's $1,800 almost. I don't think I'd pay that much money for a 22. But like I say, if you're going to get a 22, I mean, that's going to be a nice 22. Very nice, but I don't think I'd spend that money. I've never seen a 22 that weighs that much. Well, other than a rifle. Good Lord, that's surprising. I think it's expensive. Jacoby says, I sent you a creepy email, Phil. I saw that you got over here. I haven't. I'll get when I get the emails. I'll read it. Who was that asked about? That was Jeffrey Vaughn asking about the 41. You got that much money to spend on a 41, you better pay your tithe to Phil every fucking day. I'll tell him to blow your fucking house down or whatever. Johnny Mandrick chimed in and said, "Are we winning yet?" Winning what? Tomorrow we're doing the drawings. Oh, I think he means politically. Are we? Because wasn't that the slogan? You'll get sick of winning. I don't know, but if we are, I'm not sick of it yet. I don't know. I don't know if we're winning or not. Now, I'm not one of these people that's running around panicking over the tariffs and stuff. If prices go too high, don't buy this shit. If they don't want to make it here, don't buy it. If they make it here, it's going to go up in price too. Although I am not going to buy any more Nike shoes, I'll tell you that. Because Nike basically said, we're not going to make any shoes in America. We just won't sell to America. We'll just jack prices up there. People won't buy them. We'll sell them to other countries. Because they can't maintain the profit margin they would maintain making them in Vietnam if they make them in America. A pair of tennis shoes they sell for $100, let's just say even. Because I looked this stuff up after I saw that. A pair of tennis shoes they charge $100 for in America, they've got about $4.85 into. So it's 95% profit. If they made it in America, the same shoe would cost them about $15 to $20 to make. So they'd only make 80% profit. And because they don't want to have to pay that extra percentage, they're not going to make them here. They don't want to have to say, we're only making 80% on every sale. We want to make 95. No. And, and there's different advertising and stuff too, but they have to do that anyway, no matter where they make them. So it's basically they've gotten used to making these enormous, giant windfall profits because they put nothing into labor and materials because they produce it in a sweatshop. And then they get to still charge high prices. It's not like we made these shoes for $5. We can sell them for 25. No, we made them for $5. We'll keep selling them for what we sold them for when we cost $30 to make them. And we'll make an even bigger profit. So fuck Nike. But I don't know if we're winning yet or not. I ain't buying any. Fuck them. If they don't sell them here, then they don't sell them here. Because they said they just won't sell them here. They said they'll be too expensive. Nobody will buy them. I'm sure they're collector shoes and stuff like that people will buy. But just their general everyday buy them at the shoe mill no one will buy it if they raise it 40%. Because if it goes up to like from $100 to $140, they wouldn't buy it. But if they said, well, if we made it in America, we'd have to charge $150 for it. And I'm like, well, that's only because you're using the same. You want to make 95% profit. If you make it for $5 and you make 95% profit, well, you market it for $100. If it costs you $15 to make it, well, then you got to sell it for what would 9 times 15 be? 90 and 45. You got to sell it for 180 or something like that to make the same 95% profit. Because they continue to want to make the same gigantic, outrageous profit margin on every penny they put in. If you want to sell them in America, you have to accept that we can only make 80% profit on them in America. But they won't do that. Because then they would sell the same number of shoes and make less money, and that would make it look like they're not having exponential growth, which capitalism requires exponential growth, or they won't survive. They wouldn't do that because it'd make their stocks go down. It would cost their investors money. But yeah, I think I got distracted there. That was Johnny Mandrick. But fuck Nike was my whole point of that. A little spiel I just did right there. Paul Bidenbach paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, "Hail, Phil, what about the Bull Armory 1911s? Have heard good things. I have a Bull Armory 1911. It's awesome, except it's in 9mm. Other than that, it's top-notch gun, but it's 9mm. It's Caden's gun, actually. It's not mine, but yeah, they seem to make some good stuff. And they watch my videos. They told me themselves. Over in Israel. I guess they got internet in Israel. Who to thunk it? Where was I at? I was just reading Paul Bidenbach, wasn't I? Yes. Joe Pearson chimed in here and said, Another hit to the Heasley Monster percentage. Also, did you read my email about possible topic I sent yesterday? I had to leave the chat early, so I don't know if you did or got it or not. I don't know which one was the one you sent yesterday. Someone sent one where who calls 1911? I'm like, no, I ain't fucking doing that. The Illuminati would come get me. But I mean, send it again so that I can read it and make sure. I think I read it, but I need to make sure. Send it again. I'll be getting to the emails here in a few minutes. Let's quit leaving early. That's what you get for leaving early. No one dismissed you. I don't remember signing a PTO form or anything. So what the fuck? I guess I should say. Richard Wilson paid his $2 tithe to Phil, like a good Philistine, and said Glock 26 or H&K P2000 SK. Tough choice. Glock 26 is a good little gun, but the HK P2000 SK is far better gun. You got the option of manual safety. It's hammer fired. It's got a decocker if you want decocker only. It's just a better gun. So no question, P2000 SK. What did Joe Pearson say for his possible topic? Yes, I saw that. I did read that. That's a difficult subject. I think we'd have to think about it. I'll read it here in a minute when I get to the emails. My throat's burning a little bit today. Got a sore throat. I think my tonsils might be bothering me. I've still got my tonsils. They're all scar tissue, but I still got them. Where was I? That was Richard Wilson. Then John Mandrick chimed in again and said, is it true there is a Johns against Yankee movement afoot? Johns against Yankee. There might be. I wouldn't doubt it. I know a lot of people don't like me. I don't know why. I'm such a sweet guy. I'm nice. I'm personable. I'm not hard to look at. It's just everything about me is pretty nice. I don't know why I hung like a mule. You don't know. Shut up. If anybody does know, shut up. So yeah, I don't know why, but some people don't like me. Boy, I wish I'd been OnlyFans around when I was younger, though. I'd be wealthy now. Not because I'd be one of those guys I'll make up my money on volume, not quality. Yank, where do you think you personally fall at on the homosexual spectrum from 1 to 100? I don't know, but it sounds like you're hitting on me. Am I being hit on? Who was this? This was Edward Burton. Is he in relation to Tim Burton? You got a lot of money? If you're related to Tim Burton and you got a lot of money, well, whichever number is going to get me a good divorce settlement, I'll be whatever that is. Just let me know. If you're poor, fuck off. I'm married. But if you're rich, we can discuss it. Jonathan Aho chimed in, but we know he didn't say nothing. He just chimed in posthumously here. So Phil keeps his nose out of their business. Kevin Mabry chimed in and said, for Phil to jack down John Heasley's chances, how's the Subaru been treating you? Love the Subaru. Love it. It's awesome. It's so much fun to drive. I mean, power-wise, it's nowhere near like my Camaro or my Mustang or my Challenger I had, or even my Mini Cooper had more power. But none of them felt as fun to drive. Now, the Mini Cooper probably would have been as fun if it had been a stick shift, but it was an automatic. The Subaru is one of the few stick shifts you can still get, and I'd forgotten how much I love driving stick. It's just so much fun on these windy roads with a stick shift. And I spend most of my time on windy back roads, not on the city or the highway. So just love it. I'm going to stop going on the highway. They want to pull me over every time they see me. But I think they know I'm anti-police corruption, and that don't add up to that adds up to anti-cop to them when you're anti-police corruption. They don't see a distinction. And I'm well known. So I like that manual transmission. If I was going to get another car right now, if I traded on something else, it's got to be something that's got a stick shift, which is why I'm mad, because one of the cars that was on my potential list of what to get was a Golf Type R. I've always wanted a Golf R. And saw they were going back to hard buttons and stuff next, but they're getting rid of stick shifts. No stick shifts, just automatics. So if I want a Golf R, I got to get the touch sensitive buttons with the 2024 model. But I would like one. A little more power. They're also upping the power on them to like 325 or 332 maybe, from 315 to 332. But I don't like how they're changing the center console to right now. The screen is integrated into the dash, kind of like a wraparound dash. And they're changing it in 2025 to like one of those big square screens right in the middle. So I don't like that. Yeah, no, I don't like that. But yeah, I'm loving the Subaru. It's awesome. Just mainly, I think, because it's a stick shift. And it's a Subaru. It'll go anywhere, do anything kind of car. So it's awesome. Clinton Barella, I love his pasta. I always make sure to say that. So many variations of the SIG P226. What do you recommend for someone to buy? If you can get that, what is it? The MK, the one with the little anchor on it, something, whatever it's called. But the M11A1 is really nice. You can't go wrong with that one. Can't go wrong with that one. But you can't really go wrong with any P226. If you want one with no rail, get the classic they got out. Because those all have, well, the M11A1 also does not have a rail. My other ones have rails. Where was I at? Who was that? I was Clinton Barella. Trevor Cargyle is chiming in here, and let's see, what did he have to say? Got to the range today and got to shoot the E series some more, plus the 92X and MP40 clone I just got. Had a great time, and the CSX is performing well. Well, that's good. Glad to hear the trigger's better on them. Because I still don't like the looks of them that much, but the trigger was awful when it first came out. They were horrible. That was Trevor Cargyle, right? Michael Luigio 3C3PO said, great video pointing out the Fed's violation of interstate commerce of firearms. Why are you the only 2A voice yelling about this? Sad. Oh, because it's not something to make money off of. That's why. It's not one of those topics that's going to drag people in and cause a lot of, they want to hear, this Democrat is stealing your guns, or, this politician is stealing your guns, or, Trump is the wonderful president. They want to hear all that stuff. That's what people want to hear. They want to hear how the left is evil and they're the chosen people, and and the Glocks are the best guns ever made, and all this kind of stuff. And I cover topics I think actually mean something, not that are going to be popular. And I think the interstate commerce issue is a big issue. Let's see, where was I at? Stephen Sharp. Oh, it looks like that's a purchase. Did somebody buy something? Let me go look and see. Did Stephen Sharp buy some merchandise? Yes, he did. What did he buy? He got an all hail Phil flag. So I got to make sure that he's in the Church of Phil. Hold on. Let me put him on there now. If I don't, I'll forget. Let's see. I don't think he's in this Church of Phil. Nope. So let's put him on there. He will now appear at the end of my videos in the scroll that features the Church of Phil members, the Philistines. All right. I'll remember to update that tomorrow, hopefully. And he also got some magnets. I don't know what it is with magnets. People love the fucking magnets. But he got the Willie Bruce design. He got the Mickey Mouse with the mouse guns design. And he got the we used to shoot Nazis design. So nice choices. Now let's get back to the questions, because that was a purchase. Per Gustafson paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, I want a Ruger Mark IV. My son was just shooting his with the suppressor. It seems like a really fun plinker. Wouldn't it work in center fire cartridges as well? What do you mean? There's no center fire cartridges that'll fit in it that I know of. Now, I mean, you could make like a 17 HMR or 5.7x28. That was a similar gun that would probably, you could make it work. But as of right now, no, I don't think so. That's one of the reasons I don't like 22s. I don't like rimfire cartridges, so I don't have a lot of them. I got one that belongs to me. Caden's got a couple. Zyler's got one. That's the only gun Zyler owns is this 22. He's never had any interest in any gun after that one. So, who was that? That was Per Gustafsson. Let me get here. Michael C3PO chimed in again, did another $2 tithe to Phil. Says, any ideas on how to fix and force Congress to fulfill their constitutional obligations? Take money out of politics. That's about the only way you'll be able to do it. Tariffs from the executive branch is taxation without representation. Stop bombing without declaring war. Touchy subjects there. But yeah, the only way you're going to make Congress do their job is to take away their feedback. If they actually are, if we took money out of politics to where billionaires couldn't pay to keep their pet politicians in power by flooding the market with ads to where that's all anybody knows is this person. And if they stopped paying politicians to do their bidding, if they weren't allowed to sponsor them anymore, politicians might start actually being the type of people that do what they're supposed to do instead of just chasing that almighty dollar. But right now, all they do is chase money and power. If they were just chasing power, then maybe they would do what's right for the people because that's where the power comes from. But right now, the power comes from the money instead of the people. One billionaire has more power in this country than 10 states where the people has, and they know that. Let's see here. Where was I at? Who was that? That was Michael C3PO again. Per Gustafsson chimed in again and said, I should specify the Ruger Mark IV 2245 light or tactical. That's what Caden has, the 2245. It's a nice little gun. If I was going to own a 22, that'd probably be the one I would own for, like, if I was going to actually use it. But I'm not a big 22 fan. I like the looks of them. Some of them look really cool. His is cool. His red and black. He likes red and black. He's his favorite colors. Was that Per Gustafsson that just chimed in there? I think that's just Per. Yes, that was Per Gustafsson. All right, now I got John Heasley chiming in again, trying to ruin my day. Just so you can flip a coin and I can win that way. That's about the way it is right now, unfortunately. He also said, what did he say? So you can just flip a coin. Why does it say that? Why do you say that twice? I don't know. He's running out of stuff to say, I guess. But that looks like that's caught us all up on the super chats. We've only got a minute left, but I want to try to get to the emails. So let's get to emails next. Where do I share? There we go. Oh, they've moved the position of the screen there. Okay, we got an email here from Jacoby Crows. Sometimes you have to hold the girth to understand the power. Oh, that is creepy. That's very creepy. He's holding his cylinder. Did you dismember a gun? Are you tearing guns to pieces and then fondling their corpses? What's going on over there? I don't really want to know, though. Let's see here. We got another email here. This is from Ghost Shadow. Came with beaver tail, grip safety, ambidextrous safety, etc. See, ambidextrous safeties I like. I think that's a good app. Only thing I can see that's missing is a magwell. It looks like it's got a magazine that's cut for a mag, or grips that are cut for a magwell, but no magwell. It's got a skeletonized hammer, especially if it's for that price. And he's got his modern militarized police to subjugate and punish. I was wearing that yesterday. I got grease all over it, leaning over Caden's car. Thought I just had it up here, but I must have had it all down here too. I don't know what I rubbed up against, but it shouldn't have. All right, and then I got another email here. So it's green, Winder. Where is it? What is this one? This one is just a question, it looks like. I don't know if I have shown this one before. I enjoy shooting a lot. Only missing thing is a suppressor. Probably won't happen until it comes off the NFA. But well, you didn't show nothing. So you probably thought there was a picture attached to that, but there was not. And then another one here. Yankee Stewie Griffin has a Phil the Octopus plush toy in the episode of The Family Guy. Well, yeah, he does have a octopus toy. He also at one point was an octopus, if everybody remembers that episode where the 2000, Y2K episode. God, that's 25 years ago. He turns into an octopus in that one. So he is a believer. He is a Philistine. He follows the Church of Phil. Let me make sure I've got all the questions answered. I think this is just a question. Joe Pearson said, with how ICE agents have been taking people while being dressed in plain clothes and masks and hoods, the hypothetical is brought up that if you were approached by someone or a couple of someone's who show no signs of being LEO and they tried to detain you, would you draw your firearm for protection? Yes, I most definitely would. And that's what they're setting up a situation here. That shouldn't be allowed. We don't secret police people in this country. I don't care how much you dislike illegal immigrants. You take them the right way. You don't create situations where people end up dead. Especially innocent bystanders end up dead if police and someone start shooting it out. So we don't behave like fucking mafia or secret police in this country. We give people due process, etc. And what's really surprising is how many people I've seen that have been okay with not giving people due process. And someone said, well, if they're a gang member, they shouldn't get due process. So anybody that they can accuse being in a gang shouldn't get due process. That's the country you want to live in. Or, well, if they're not here legally, well, what if you don't know that they're here legally? How do you prove conclusively they're not here legally without due process? Well, they don't have their ID on them. They don't have a lot of people don't have their fucking ID on them. You just get to round up anybody on the street and the police go, flip, he didn't have his ID on him, put him in the van. That means they can just do whatever they want without due process. People are so fucking stupid what they're okay with sometimes. People are goddamn stupid. And then that stuff starts working on them. They start using that same policy. Well, we've established we don't have to have due process, so we just do this. We got another super chat coming in real quick here. Musk tried to buy the vote in Wisconsin and lost. Democrats outspend Republicans and lose all the time. The Democratic National Convention outspends the Republicans. They don't outspend Republicans. When you look at dark money, like 80% of dark money goes to Republicans. So that's a false a figure that they're giving you there. I saw that same special and saw how they broke the numbers down. And then if you watched it, they now if we start looking at PACs, and donations through corporations and blah, 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 vast majority is spent for Republican candidates. But, in some states, in other states, it's Democrats, but it's who they want to win. It doesn't have anything to do with whether they're really Republican or really Democrats. They're the appointed. Ted Cruz is completely bought and paid for by one billionaire. His entire career can be traced through where one billionaire put him and where one billionaire paid for his election in every position. Like, he didn't come from Texas. They ended up working him in down there because they knew they could get him elected down there. So politicians all have a billionaire that own them pretty much. Except for some of the really fucking crazy ones that come from backwoods fucking nowhere and like Maxine Waters kind of shit, those kind of nut jobs who just everybody in their district who, which is 700 people vote for them because they're everybody's favorite grandmother and that kind of bullshit. Where were we at here? John Heasley chimed in again and said, if you can't engrave the plate, I can get it done. Well, maybe I'll just send it to you this week and you can get it done because I don't know if I'm going to get it done. I'm going to try one more time tomorrow, but Caden's off. He's off day after tomorrow. I'm going to try Sunday. So if I get it done, you'll know Sunday. Then we got John Mandrick chiming in one more time here, and he said, I heard John Hewesley is Canadian. Is he? Is he Canadian? Well, I hope not, because I sent him 2 guns in the last month. Or one, I'm sending him another one soon. Because I ain't sent him this one yet. It's still on the wall. If he's Canadian, I should say, okay, if you're Canadian, you got to prove you're not before I send it to you. How do I know what he's doing? Dirty Canadians, they're always up to something. You got to watch them, dirty Canucks. But that's it for us. We're actually a little over. But thanks everybody for coming today. Thanks everybody for keeping conversation rolling. Thanks everybody for donating to Pets and Vets. I think this might be the first successful fundraiser we've ever done. I think as of today, we might be to where we're making profit. And we still got till the 15th to go. So we still got like 11 more days to make profit. Maybe we'll cover the shortfall in Pets and Vets. All right, as I was saying, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks everybody for participating. Thanks for everything you do for the channel. Thanks for watching the videos. If you're watching, make sure you thumb them up. I think it's harder for YouTube to fudge the numbers when people actually hit the thumbs up button. That was one of the little tidbits I got from one of the Reddit forums. But I've been on the dark web. That's what it feels like to me going on Reddit. Everybody there is angry for some reason. But thanks everybody for everything you do. I appreciate it. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again. I don't know why I'm trying to look at the camera and do this at the same time. I can always edit it out.